In the cold darkness of space, humanity is preparing for its greatest comeback. More than 50 years after astronauts first walked on the moon, a new mission has begun, not just to visit the moon, but to live there. And leading this new space race are two powerful forces: NASA and SpaceX. Together, they are trying to achieve something that once sounded impossible: building a permanent human presence on the moon. But why return to the moon now? How close are we to lunar colonies? And could ordinary humans one day live on another world? This is the story of humanity's next giant leap. Back in 1969, the world watched in shock and amazement as Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface during the historic Apollo 11 moon landing. For a brief moment, it seemed like humanity's future in space had arrived. But after the Apollo missions ended, humans never returned to the moon. For decades, space agencies focused on satellites, space stations, and Mars exploration instead. Now, everything has changed. The moon is no longer just a destination for flags and footprints. It has become the first step toward building an interplanetary civilization. NASA believes the moon could become a scientific research base, a launch point for Mars missions, a mining location for valuable resources, and eventually a permanent human settlement. To make this happen, NASA launched one of the most ambitious programs in modern history, the Artemis Program. Named after the twin sister of Apollo in Greek mythology, the Artemis Program aims to send humans back to the moon for the first time since 1972. But this time is different. NASA doesn't want astronauts staying for just a few days. The goal is to create long-term lunar operations. The Artemis missions plan to land the first woman and first person of color on the moon, build a lunar space station called Gateway, develop moon habitats, test technologies for Mars missions. And this is where SpaceX enters the story. Founded by Elon Musk, SpaceX has transformed the space industry faster than anyone expected. The company already changed history with reusable rockets like the Falcon 9. But their biggest creation is something even more ambitious: the SpaceX Starship. Starship is designed to carry humans and cargo to the moon, Mars, and potentially beyond. NASA selected a special version of Starship to serve as the human landing system for Artemis missions. That means future astronauts may land on the moon inside one of the largest spacecraft ever built. And Starship is massive. It stands taller than the Statue of Liberty and is designed to carry more than 100 people at a time. If successful, it could dramatically reduce the cost of space travel and make lunar colonies realistic for the first time in human history. But living on the moon is far more difficult than landing there. The lunar environment is brutal. Temperatures can swing from boiling heat to freezing cold. There is no breathable air. Radiation levels are dangerous, and deadly space dust covers the surface. To survive, NASA and SpaceX are exploring futuristic technologies including inflatable moon habitats, underground shelters, nuclear power systems, advanced life support systems, lunar farming. One major target is the moon's south pole. Scientists believe frozen water exists there in permanently shadowed craters. That water could become drinking water, oxygen for breathing, and even rocket fuel. This discovery could completely change humanity's future in space. Instead of carrying every supply from Earth, future moon colonies may produce resources locally. That idea is called in-situ resource utilization, using local materials to survive on another world. NASA is also building something called the Lunar Gateway. Think of it as a small space station orbiting the moon. Gateway will act as a laboratory, a transportation hub, a staging point for lunar landings. Astronauts could live there before descending to the lunar surface. It may also help prepare future missions to Mars. Unlike the International Space Station, Gateway will orbit much farther from Earth, testing how humans survive deeper in space. Some people ask an important question: why spend billions of dollars going to the moon when Earth still has so many problems? NASA and SpaceX argue that space exploration creates technologies that benefit life on Earth. Past space programs helped develop GPS technology, advanced medical imaging, water purification systems, improved communications, weather satellites. But the moon may offer something even bigger: a backup for humanity. Many scientists worry about global catastrophes such as asteroid impacts, nuclear war, climate disasters, pandemics. A permanent settlement beyond Earth could help ensure humanity survives long term. For Elon Musk, becoming a multi-planet species is essential for civilization's future. Despite the excitement, colonizing the moon remains incredibly difficult. There are still major obstacles: high costs, rocket failures, radiation dangers, psychological stress, technical limitations. Even SpaceX's Starship has faced dramatic explosions during testing. But failure is part of space exploration. Every successful rocket today was built on years of mistakes and experiments. NASA and SpaceX continue testing new systems because the rewards could reshape human history forever. The United States is not alone in this race. Countries including China, Russia, India, and members of the European Space Agency are all developing lunar programs. China, especially, has rapidly advanced its moon missions and plans to build a research station near the lunar South Pole. Some experts believe the moon could become the center of a new geopolitical competition, a modern space race unlike anything since the Cold War. Imagine waking up inside a moon colony. Outside your window, Earth hangs in the black sky like a glowing blue marble. Robots mine lunar ice nearby. Solar panels stretch across the surface. Astronauts travel in pressurized vehicles between habitats. It sounds like science fiction. But decades ago, reusable rockets also sounded impossible. Today, they land themselves. Humanity is entering a new era where the impossible is slowly becoming reality. The moon is only the beginning. NASA and SpaceX see lunar colonies as practice for something even greater: Mars. A successful moon base could teach humans how to grow food in space, recycle air and water, build off-world habitats, survive long-term away from Earth. Everything learned on the moon may help humans eventually step onto the red planet. And perhaps one day, entire cities may exist beyond Earth. For thousands of years, humans looked at the moon with wonder. Now, for the first time in history, we may actually live there. NASA and SpaceX are attempting something civilization has dreamed about for generations: turning humanity into a space-faring species. The journey will be dangerous, it will be expensive, and it may take decades. But if they succeed, the moon could become humanity's first home beyond Earth. And history may remember this moment as the beginning of a completely new chapter for mankind. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos about space, technology, and the future of humanity. What do you think? Would you live on the moon if you had the chance? Let us know in the comments below.